Hello, my friend! Welcome back to one more class. I love to see you here. How are you today? I hope you're always fine. Today we study there is, there are. We, Brazilian people, make confusion with this verb because we tend to use the verb have to express there is. For example, there is a blue pen on the table. Há uma caneta azul na mesa. In Portuguese, we normally say, tem uma caneta azul na mesa. And that's why people make the confusion between there is and have. Have is possession. I tell you, I have a blue pen. It's different from there is a blue pen on the table. There are highlighters in this mug. There are papers in this notepad. There is a mouse on my desk. We use there is for singular and there are for plural. Easy. We're going to study this today. But before we start, I ask you to first stretch. Let's stretch. Let's count to 10, okay? Stretch your arms and let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now release your arms. Release your shoulders. Let's move our neck to the left and to the right 10 times, okay? You count for us. Let's go. You count. 1. 2. Now this position here. 1, 2, 3. Count for us, please. 6, 7, 8. All right. Now let's rotate our neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel dizzy when I do this movement with my neck. Let's breathe in, hold, and breathe out. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. Breathe out. When you breathe out, relax your muscles. Relax the muscles of your face. Relax your body. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Once more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now, you're going to do this position here, and you're going to close and open your arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right? Release your neck, move your shoulders. Now let's open and close our hands. Open and close. 1, you count for us, okay? 2, you. 7, 8. All right, okay. Now, I ask you to isolate distractions. Close the window, close the door, sit comfortably. Grab pen and paper. Do it now. I wait for you. If you want, you can get it. If not, no problem. Then, this thing here, I love my cell phone. I can't live without this technology. But during our classes, I like to be 100% dedicated to you. I like to be 100% focused in your learning. So, I just select flight mode. With flight mode, I am not interrupted by messages, by notifications, by social networks, by calls, and I am focused in your class. All right, let's learn there is, there are, affirmative, negative, interrogative. 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend. Let's study there is, there are. There is we use for singular, and there are we use for plural. I'll talk about my neighborhood. In my neighborhood, there is a very good bakery. I love the bread from that bakery. There is a bakery in my neighborhood. In my neighborhood, there is a park called Fish Park because the park was built with the shape of a fish. There is a park in my neighborhood. There are some restaurants in my neighborhood. There is a school. There are some stores. There is a tire shop. There are some drug stores. There are some petrol stations. There is no mall in my neighborhood. There is no mall in my neighborhood. There are no avenues in my neighborhood. There are no aquariums in my neighborhood. There is no zoo in my neighborhood. Let me think. There is a supermarket in my neighborhood. There are a lot of trees in my neighborhood. What else? There is a bar in my neighborhood. There are apartment buildings in front of my house. There are empty lots behind my house. There is a convenience store next to my house. What else? There is a school, I said. There are a lot of streets in my neighborhood. Now, let's see these examples in affirmative, negative, and interrogative. It's super simple. It's the same structure of verb be. There is a bakery. Negative. There isn't a bakery. Or there is not a bakery. It's the same. Interrogative. Is there a bakery? To answer this question, you say, yes, there is, or no, there isn't. Felipe, no, let me put in affirmative first. There is a park next to my house. Negative. There isn't a park next to my house. Interrogative. Is there a park next to my house? Affirmative. The answers. Affirmative. Yes, there is. Negative. No, there isn't. There are restaurants around here. Negative. There aren't or there are not restaurants around here. Interrogative. Are there restaurants around here? Two possible answers. Yes, there are. No, there aren't. There are apartment buildings in front of my home. Negative. There aren't apartment buildings in front of my home. Interrogative. Are there apartment buildings in front of my home? Two possible answers. Yes, there are. No, there aren't. There is a supermarket here. Negative. There isn't or there is not a supermarket here. Interrogative. Is there a supermarket here? Two possible answers. Yes, there is. Or no, there isn't. There are many trees on the street. Negative. There aren't or there are not many trees on the street. Interrogative. Are there many trees on the street? I'm using the affirmative, negative, and interrogative. There are many trees on the street. Negative. There aren't many trees on the street. Interrogative. Are there many trees on the street? The answer is simple. Yes, there are. No, there aren't. There is a parking lot in front of my house. Negative. There isn't a parking lot in front of my house. Or there is not a parking lot in front of my house. Interrogative. Is there a parking lot in front of my house? Affirmative. Yes, there is. Negative. No, there isn't. Or no, there is not. There is a drugstore on the corner. Negative. There isn't or there is not a drugstore on the corner. Is there a drugstore on the corner? Yes, there is, or no, there isn't. We use there is for singular and we use there are for plural. And the negative and interrogative forms follow the same rule of verb be. There is a park here. Negative, there isn't a park here, or there is not a park here. Interrogative, invert the position. Is there a park here? Two possible answers. Yes, there is. No, there isn't. There are good restaurants here. Negative, there are not good restaurants here. But Felipe, I want to abbreviate. All right, there aren't good restaurants here. Interrogative, are there good restaurants here? The answer is simple. You just take the structure from the question. Are there blah blah blah? Yes, there are. No, there aren't. Now I'm going to ask you questions using is there. You are going to listen to my question and answer. Your answers will be two. Yes, there is, or no, there isn't. For example, I ask you, is there a supermarket in your neighborhood? Affirmative, you tell me, yes, there is. Negative, no, there isn't. Okay? You are going to answer yes, there is, affirmative, or no, there isn't, negative. Let's go. Is there a drugstore in your neighborhood? Okay. Is there a pet store in your neighborhood? Is there a good restaurant in your neighborhood? Okay. Is there a school in your neighborhood? Is there a park on your street? Is there a bakery in front of your house? Is there a store next to your house? Now I'm going to ask you questions using the plural. Are there blah blah blah, and you are going to answer yes, there are, Affirmative. No, there aren't. Negative. Okay? Let's go. Are there trees in front of your house? You answer, yes, there are, or no, there aren't. Are there parks in your neighborhood? Are there malls in your neighborhood? Are there movie theaters in your neighborhood? Are there bookstores in your neighborhood? Comment your answers here. We're going to study quantifiers to be more specific when you use there is and there are. Come here with me. 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend. Let's start seeing the quantifiers to measure quantity. All right? We're studying there is and there are. There is singular, there are plural. Let me just prepare here. Mr. Felipe Dib. There is, there are. We're going to start talking about the quantifiers. To give more specific examples when you use there is and there are. If you want to say that there is zero thing, zero something, you're going to say there is no. No means zero. You tell me, Felipe, in my neighborhood, there is no bank. This color is visible. This orange here is visible. Okay. There is no bank. There are no malls. We are talking about my neighborhood, okay? In my neighborhood, there is no bank. There are no malls. If we take this quantity and mark here 1, we're going to use a. A means 1. You tell me, in my neighborhood, there is a bakery. I don't use a for plural because a means 1. But if you have a film, you can tell me there are a few stores. Very similar to a few is some. There are some banks in my neighborhood. There are some banks. If you move here, you can mark many. There are many drugstores. More. A lot of. In my neighborhood, there are a lot of barber shops. And here, the maximum, all. You tell me there are all kinds of restaurants in my neighborhood. So these are the quantifiers. No means 0. There is no bank in my neighborhood. There are no malls in my neighborhood. A means 1. There is a bakery in my neighborhood. There is a bakery. There is one bakery. A few. There are a few stores. There are a few stores. Some. There are some banks. Many. There are many drugstores in my neighborhood. A lot of. There are a lot of barber shops around here. All. There are all kinds of restaurants in my neighborhood. There are all kinds of restaurants in my neighborhood. Okay? Now, let's see the examples using affirmative, negative, and interrogative. Let me prepare here with affirmative, negative, interrogative. Affirmative, negative, interrogative. Affirmative, negative, interrogative. You tell me, Felipe, there is a pet store here. Negative. There isn't or there is not a pet store or pet shop here. Interrogative. Is there a pet store or pet shop here? To answer this question here, you have yes, there is, no, there isn't. There is a police department behind the school. There is a police department behind the school. Negative. There isn't or there is not a police department behind the school. Interrogative. Is there a police department behind the school? Answer. Yes, there is, or no, there isn't. There are many, oh sorry, R is blue. There are many kids playing there. This there here is location. Here, there. Different from there are. There are many kids playing there. Negative. There aren't or there are not many kids playing there. Interrogative. Are there many kids playing there? Two answers. Yes, there are. No, there aren't. Don't know if you can see down there, but So just remember, affirmative, there is, negative, there is not, interrogative, is there. To answer this question here, you have affirmative, yes, there is, or negative, no, there isn't. Plural, you just change is for are. I'm going to write to you. There are, negative, there aren't, interrogative, you just change the position, are there? To answer this, affirmative, yes, there are, or negative, no, there aren't. Simple. There is a mall on my street. Negative. There isn't a mall on my street. Interrogative. Is there a mall on my street? Yes, there is. It's beautiful. Or no, there isn't. There is no mall here. Okay. Is there a school on the corner of those streets? Yes, there is. It's a good school. Are there some restaurants around here? Oh yes, there are many restaurants in this neighborhood. Is there a bank next to your house? Is there a barber shop near your school? For men, we call barber shop. For women, we call beauty parlor. Okay? How often do you go to the barber shop or to the beauty parlor? Take care of yourself, my friend. 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend. Welcome. Welcome to nature. There are many things here in nature that relax us. Let's walk and see these things. There is grass. There are trees. There is water. There is a goose there. Actually, 2 geese, irregular plural. And there are things that sometimes we can't see. There are things that are not very visible, but things that we feel. There is peace. There is calm. There is wind. There is sun. There are some chickens. There is a white chicken there. There is a brown chicken there. There is Peachy. Peachy. Peach.
Peach. Come here, Peach. Say hello to my friend. Peach, don't be shy. Peach, say hello. Ah, he wants to be pampered. He wants to be pampered. There is laziness here. There is a house. There are beautiful birds. And one of the most precious things in the planet, there is water. And I invite you to feel this water. Come here. Be careful. Yeah. Come here. Feel this water, my friend. Feel this water. Whenever I'm stressed or nervous, I just feel this water and breathe. Feel the water. Feel the energy of this water. Three, two, one.
Yes! We're finishing one more class. I love when we come to this point of the class, and you know why. I always tell you that finishing one more class to me means giving one more step ahead. When you finish your class, I feel grateful because I feel you were progressing. I understand that you were learning new things. And you might think, Felipe, but I haven't understood 100% of the class. All right, that's normal. That's normal. You don't have to understand 100% of what I say. But if you are in front of the screen, dedicating your time, your energy to learn something new, man, that's great. I am here to serve you. Remember, to avoid the confusion between there is and have. For things that people possess, you use the verb have. I have a car. You have discipline. He has, for he, she, it, we use has for the verb have, okay? He has a computer. She has a bike. And for things that are, we use there is. There is a white desk in my room. There are papers on my desk. There are wonderful students watching our classes. And you are one of them. Thank you very much. I am Felipe Dib. See you next class.